Uh, was just something to talk about, I guess. Um, it, I think I need to work um, changing my life this year. Getting a voice, speaking from a place of confidence, feeling confident, and learning to not use my right arm for things. I think I've used my right arm for pretty much everything that I've done in my life. And sometimes to be fun, I'll use my left and see how it feels, but it's just like quickly going back to the right, you know? And this whole notion of hands and arms are everything. To me, it's been, my right hand and arm and my brain, at least problem-solving brain, right? And those two things, I think, are very overworked. And even I say the word "I think," which is funny. It's like my brain at work again. But it sounds like it'd be weird to say. My heart, my body is telling me no, and I need to listen to that, basically. So this is a journey of not using these two things. What else do I have? So I think this year is just going to be a lot about letting go of what I think I need to be to other people. I am getting hit up by people to work, and I'm having to tell them no or limit my work that I do with them, as opposed to before I would take anything for as long as possible. And even that would just only, be 6 to 8 months, usually. I don't think I've ever worked an entire year. That sounds insane. Just because I guess the way that my body has projected work, or at least the work that I'm doing, because it's really taken a toll, and it kind of almost sounds silly. I always thought it would be silly. I'm like airing out the easiest job in the world. I'm just sitting at a desk all day long. And I'm here to tell you, it's not fun. This I am really struggling with. This arm in particular, I'm not sure that I will be able to work really in the same capacity that I did this last year and any other year. Right now I'm taking extra care of it with doing yoga and acupuncture and all kinds of stuff, just stretching and just trying to really lay off of it as much as possible when I'm not working. And it doesn't really seem like anyone else that I know is having the same sort of trouble. I don't know how other people in my industry are doing this, that they've figured out just a way to kind of embrace the pain. They don't feel the pain. They found ways to be ergonomical or stretch or something. I don't know what it is. But anyway, it's really affecting me. And so even though I'm at like the height of my career, that like I have more opportunities now, more people hit me up more than ever. I feel competent and able to like create and make things that it's nearly impossible for me to actually put that into practice, just because my right arm can't do it anymore. So that's kind of tragic. But I think it's opening me up to a new world and a new way to live and to think about life and how to make money. Because before, I guess the only reason why I was doing these jobs was to make money. And I worry about that a lot, because I'm thinking, what can I do to make money? And pretty much the only thing that I've ever been able to do successfully to make money is to be a motion graphics designer, and to kind of freelance around and do stuff that way. And right now, I mean, I got some stocks, so that is kind of giving me income, even though I would have to sell the stocks first. I don't know much about stocks, but I do know a lot about stocks. These are some pretty baller stocks. Check these babies out. Yeah. I should say, just take this little baby out. So I bought a camera. I thought I'd mess around with that more, and it's kind of just been intimidating. So I thought I used to be able to know how to do this stuff. There's people who know how to do this stuff better than me, and that's why I kind of like started using DPs for stuff. And that was great until I couldn't get a hold of anyone to do anything. So then I'm stuck animating things again, because no one wants to make things, or just writing. And if I'm just writing, I can get really stuck into that mode. It's still working this thing. And I'm like, fuck, like, what do I do? How do I feel relevant? How do I feel like I'm accomplishing something, working towards something? All my life, I've been kind of putting my dreams of making my own films and content like on the side, because I never thought I was good enough. And I still don't think I'm good enough. I kind of like put some stuff out there, you know, I kind of get some medium amount of feedback, but mostly you just get lost in the universe, in the cyber world. And I think that's like a lot of people's story, right? They kind of like push a little bit, but then like life gets in the way, and they kind of just are forced to like go back to their normal old selves, right? And not move forward, or in whatever direction they want to go, forward, backwards, side to side, up, down, all around. Oh, all I'm trying to say is I'm trying to figure this out, and this year's going to be a journey. I've already kind of, there's only like 3 jobs in the works for like this month and next month, and possibly, you know, you see how it goes. I just agree to something and then you get paid the money for sure, but then you're left like, I'm not doing health insurance or anything. I don't have any health insurance, but that wouldn't even help me. It's just, I need to like stop doing what I'm doing to protect myself, but I still can't. I'm still saying yes to things, but they're limiting. because I think, how much does it cost for me to live and survive? I still need to somehow make that income. And it's, yeah, it's a dilemma trying to, and I've had time off a lot in my life. And there's just something, I used to wear glasses. Just, whatever it is, not able to transition into another thing. And I've been telling myself for years, like, oh, it's gonna be different. You know, we're gonna make money doing the things we wanna do, but then it's, what do you wanna do, you know? And I originally, like I was saying, I originally got into this whole creative field trying to do filmmaking. And I am kind of since like had that in the back of my mind and heart while I was doing all this motion stuff and thinking like, oh, there's a part of me that's dying. But a part of me was like writing feature films and scripts. So I'm like, I'm doing my due diligence. I'm writing at least. And someday I'm going to get out of this thing. And it's going to be great. I think 10 years have gone by of me saying that. Ooh, that's a really good one right there. Oh, baby. So, yeah, ooh. As much as like, being a great artist, I don't know. I thought the other thing to like the motion graphics thing was just showing up on time, which I'd only do that like the first day, first week. And then like, so depending on the place, you feel like you can get away with like coming in later and later. I just like, did not like the work mentality of like going into a place, getting up in the morning. Like, that's always been really tough for me. Anyway, it's always been about doing good work, doing it fast, and being like friendly. In fact, like friendly with the producers and with everyone around, making connections and friends. I think that's really important. But since it was like never like, this is what I want to do, I never treated it very seriously. I treated it professionally, but not really seriously. I wasn't thinking like, here's where I want to go, because the entire time I'm there, I'm like, I want to be here, you know? I'm like making the best of it. And a lot of people will be like, wow, you got a great job here. You know, you're making like TV commercials, or you're making trailers for movies, or you're making like stuff for Times Square, or just anything, right? I've had like great opportunities to work on things, and it's helped me develop as an artist just on the job. But it was weird because like I said, I never want to do these things, and like dipping my toes into acting, doing improv, it's been fantastic, because I never thought like I'm a behind the camera guy. So that's where I thought I'd just live there, right? I've been trying to not get as distracted, but then I'm also trying to get distracted more. Figuring out where life takes me. I'm trying to be open to any sort of possibilities. As people talk about setting goals. They talk about like, oh, this is what you want to be, like figure out your goal and then like go do it. And that can work for some people. And I think that, is great advice. I've tried that my entire life. But then people are like, were you really trying? And I'm like, is that the point of it all? Is the point to think of something that present you wants? So I'm like, okay, present Aaron wants to have a TV show or something, to be the showrunner, to like act in it, to write it, and to like, be an integral part of this process, start to finish, make these things with people and collaborate, put that in the universe, put that out there and like make steps to walk toward it, manifest it or whatever. But the entire time I don't have that, am I unfulfilled? Am I not content? It's like this strive of working hard all the time to like get something that you planned on getting, that you really want and desire. And as opposed to just living so simply, just wake up, make some coffee, or put the coffee up your butt, whatever you want to do. Somehow get that coffee inside you. I'm drinking matcha because that's cool. And just accept everything. Like figuring out decision by decision, little baby things of like where life will take you. Flowing with the current, allowing yourself to adapt and change to everything, and seeing what is available, possible. Someone's like, we got this thing, you want to like wash windows for the day. I helped a friend out in New York. Well, like, I didn't get paid to do this, but it was like a thrill. They're like, we're working at a jewelry store. They're like, you want to come hang out? And they were worried about me being bored, but I was like, dude, I love it. Just hang out at a jewelry store, sell jewelry. That sounds awesome. And the entire day I'm just like washing windows and just like, it's so soothing. I got like listen to music. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. All I did all day before was sit down and look at a computer screen and design things, animate things, or edit things. I did a lot of editing in my life too. Seems like a whole lifetime ago. Editing features and a lot of other boring things like wedding videos and corporate videos. And I still don't think I can speak with authority. I don't know what that is. That I think I've lived a lot of life, but I'm still kind of embarrassed by my life, that I don't know everything. And realizing that I am never going to know everything. And no one knows everything. No one will know everything. It's just trying to make sense of the things that you do know and keep learning things, I think, is where I'm at. Is like I'm getting into this like Zen shit. It's like the beginner's mindset all the time. I've been playing around with charcoal and acrylic paint, and I have not done that stuff since I was like in art class, like as like a middle school student probably. And I've found that to be very relaxing, very soothing, and I never thought that what I was doing looked like anything. It's kind of all, my style is just very abstract, and I just like the colors and making shapes and scribbling basically. And I've never thought myself as like really a skilled artist at all. I've never been able to do photo real. I've been a terrible compositor and doing any sort of visual effects and stuff. It's not really been my jam. It's a lot of things that I feel like, that's what I'm saying, that I lack, right? Where it's like when the entire world was like, I say the entire world, when everyone was learning C4D, Cinema 4D, this is probably like I want to say like 8 years ago now. And I felt like, well, I'm out of a job. I just like started getting into this whole design motion graphics world too. And I would see on all the job boards, because I still didn't have like a lot of ins at like shops and stuff, that everyone was requiring After Effects and cinema. And I thought, like, this is it. I gotta learn cinema or get out of this business. And I made a vow to myself to never learn cinema. Because that's going in a direction that I didn't want to go. It's like you were able to go here, but still remember that we wanted to go over here. So don't go any farther this direction, right? But even with that, I still like dove into it a little bit. I started getting my feet wet. And I immediately was like, this is not what I want. It's not what I want. It's not what I want. It's not what I want. And even at the end of this year, I had the entire of December off to just lay on my couch and do drugs, just watch TV and paint and draw and meditate and hang out with friends and chat and go for walks and buy expensive cameras that I play around with and sometimes never use, and stress about the future. Coming to grips with what I can do and what I can do with other people, that I think has been big. I did one day of on-set art direction, which I have never actually done before. I've done it for my own films and kind of art directed stuff, but I've never been on someone else's set and just like, well, no, I tell a lie. I have helped out doing some stuff before, actually, for 48s and whatnot. But someone was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay you money to do this. And I'm like, what? I don't really need your money, but I'll take it. And let's see, it's doing more of that. I think that I need to somehow get my hands more on that, metaphorically speaking. So my hands aren't going to be touching anything. Oh, baby. Yeah, I can't. Fuck. So this is, oof. There's going to be some sort of tune as you get a haircut or something, right? I don't know. I don't know what to do with this video. Is this something to show people? Or is it something for myself? I don't know. There's a lot of people just talking. Am I afraid to be one of those people? I don't know. This is what I look like with glasses. Can't see myself. You know, I feel like that's the other thing. Is that a lot of my life, I've pretty much worn glasses, and I've seen life through these little babies, and it's always felt kind of like a way to hide behind something. I definitely look a lot smarter wearing them. I just thought I looked more attractive without them. That's it for right now. This neck tattoo is not real. That's a fake. See you 2020.